Well, what do you think this is? This is petrified fish. That's what it is. Petrified fish. And it is, I can't remember the model name. Oh, PFB as in boy, 03. Okay. And it actually says it on the knife if you want to dig into the, B03. Okay. It's in D2. This one is in white G10 with carbon fiber on the scale. You can get other iterations. Hold on, let me see. Well, you can get it all blacked out, but you can get it, I think, other than that. And then you can get blacked out blade with the white stuff that you got. It's, oh my God, that's ridiculously expensive. $43.99. 5.38 inch blade. They're saying, what do you got? Oh, so you can get carbon fiber with white, carbon fiber with gray. Oh yeah, they got the gray. So you can get the gray, the stonewashed black, white, whatever. So that kind of thing. You see, here's the stats. 8.5 inch, 3.5 or 3.6 inch blade, cutting edge, blah, 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 handle thickness, including clip, Rockwell. What do you think? I'm gonna probably take one or two of my petrified fish knives and send them off to get tested. Not so much for the XRF, but I'll have that done. But for hardness, because is it D2? Yeah, I think I've tested petrified fish before, but I'm gonna do it again, just like another run around and check. Right hand, deep carry, tip up. We get the big, the big bagels up here. So not exactly those nice tapered screws. Let me see if we got. Well, here's my Ruckus by Kubi. See, flat screws. Flat screws, not so bad for the pocket. Big hang-up screws, and then, but here you go. Here's your choice. You put the clip up on top of the scale, or you make it flush with the scale. Then, best of all worlds is this clip goes in here, but see, they made this, it'll flip right or left, so this doesn't. So they go, well, if we're going to make it right hand only, we'll mill it in there. So. But then the tapered screws would have been a nice little touch as well. And they keep doing number 6s on the body screws. But then again, what do you got? 43 bucks or whatever. It's at or below send cut prices. And these are good knives. Most everybody that I've talked to, and I think Blade HQ's picking them up here if they haven't already. So... yeah, actually, they're pretty decent, and they've really gained a lot of popularity. Of course, the Beluga, and one of these days, I guess I'm going to cut loose and pull them all out of my drawer, because I got a bunch of them. No point in selling them. You can't get no money for them, right? It's not a $400 or $300 knife. They're budget knives, so they're so inexpensive that, whatever. Carbon fiber inlay, though. It looks like they're skeletonized, and we'll take this part just for the hell of it. So we got that. Steel hardware, obviously. And nice flat grind blade. And I think this one is nice in the hands as far as Ergos go. And it's decent size, So, yeah, I think this would be one that I would like to use on a regular basis, because it fits my hand really well. And I like these big flat grinds. The Spyderco Paramilitary 2 has big old tall flat grind on it. And this is really a practical looking knife, isn't it? So it's not terribly fanciful or anything. Now, how much does it weigh? Yeah, that's a good question. And I can tell you right now, it's not ultra lightweight. Well, it's under 5 ounces, 4.8, so that's not horrible. 137 grams, shall we say. But let's pull this out and take a closer look at blade length. You do have 3.6, don't you? At about 92 millimeters, and you got a 3.5-inch cutting edge. Overall length is 8.5 inches at 21.5 centimeters. Where's my PM2, by the way? I was talking about it. So those would be the exact same length because this is 21.5 centimeters too. So, but the blade length's a little bit longer on the petrified fish because this is barely 3.5 to there. And of course, cutting length, you're sacrificing in here with this. Why they ever did this, I don't know. I'm not really fond of that little thing. I'd rather make it a full choil like that in here. But okay, it is what it is. God forbid you ever get Spyderco to do anything, like that. Love the PM2 though. So this incredibly affordable. Take a look at that. I'll give you the link to Petrified Fish website, and also look on White Mountain Knives. Now, White Mountain Knives, they're a USA retailer, and they don't charge tax or shipping at this date. Okay, so if you buy one of these for $43, and I didn't. Oh, you know what? I didn't find this on their site yet. They have other models, but they don't have this one loaded up yet. But if they did at 43, then $4.30 off with the LTK discount code. So you'd actually be below $40 with this knife. I mean, it's got a G10 backspacer. They've cut away the G10 scales here, so you could lay, you can lay it down with the paracord. It'll go flush with this. I like the pocket clip design because it goes straight out here. It doesn't point up at the end. So it makes it ergonomically better, and it's kind of hitting me right in this crease. So I don't find that to be a problem. I guess if I was cutting for a couple hours, I might. But no, not now. And, it's pretty quick over the detamp ball. Drop. Centered, no blade play, no lock rock. What's your lockup? Ooh, that's 40%, arguably. And here's your height differential in here. So to disengage the liner, that's pretty easy. A little bit of jimping up here, maybe more for looks than anything else. You can go forward up in here though. So, and you can climb up and get, in and tight. So, yeah, I like it. Where am I balanced at? Whoa, baby. Okay. More like right there. Okay. So we're back a ways on that. Detent, I think, is good. And of course, blade to handle length is fine as well. The design flow is right in. You don't have any breaks or problems there. It's not Mr. Flippy USA, right? It's not a combination top flip, front flip, thumb studs, cutaways, blah, blah, blah. So it is this. It's going to be this. And in that case, you can put a little bit more oomph on the detent because that's all you got, right? And that was a no-fail flip, so it's dialed in. It's dialed in where it needs to be, at least on this model. This knife. So, yeah, and comes in a box that I scribbled on. Turned upside down. It looks untouched now. And what do we got? Oh, well, we got a sticker lodged up in here, so... And this is the Petrified Fish sticker. That's kind of cool. Let me see. Okay, well, there's the plastic it comes in. Okay, I was just looking to see if it had extra hardware, and it does. And it's black hardware, and yes. And then microfiber cloth with the Petrified Fish logo kind of subtly done in there. Okay. So you got all that, and like I said, you get discount 10%. Hell, you're at under 40 bucks. I mean, okay. So if you've never tried one of these, I would encourage you to try a petrified fish knife. See what you think about it. I mean, obviously, this is not a big commitment as far as price goes. It's just not. And it's contoured G10 / carbon fiber. I don't know how they put it all together for that price, to tell you the truth. And, I think these are ceramic bearings as well, that kind of thing. I mean, you take it apart, and it looks like any other $65 to $75 G10 budget knife. And you can bitch about the D2 if you want. Lots of guys will go, that's fine with me. It's corrosion resistant enough, being a semi-stainless. And then others will scream they want, maybe 14C or that kind of thing. So, I don't know. I mean, a lot of the petrified fish knives came out in K110, which is basically Bowler's D2. So, I mean, pretty much the same formula. If you had it under the XRF, analyzer, it's going to look the same elemental-wise. So, here she be, but yeah, it's a bigger knife, and you may want a smaller one, but this one's not the biggest one they've made, but this one is close. It's close. It's a pretty good sized knife, and I just like the overall design. I think it really is pretty fetching, actually. Kick this closed here, and let us get after it. Let's get after it. Well, the pivot stopped from spinning. It turned just slightly, I could feel on the back side, but it stopped. And we'll know more here in a minute. Oh, magnetized, aren't we? And okay, number 6, as I imagine. Ooh, black hardware. It's not easy to see in this environment here. Okay. Yeah, it's a little tougher to focus on. Okay, here we go. And those are the same size. And then, I don't know what we're doing here. Would that actually come off like that? Or are we, we're screwed into the liner. So if we're going to take the scale off the liner, come on, then we need to take these off as well. You'd think I'd learn, right? Okay, here. Okay, come on, get out. Okay. What do we got? Is one longer than the other? No, they're the same length, so we're good there. And then here comes the scale with the liner lock area on it. I guess we'll wipe that down a little bit. It's got some juice in there. Well, you can see you got a captured pivot here. That's why it's not turning. There's no internal screws or anything. And let's see if we can... Oh, yeah, okay, so it's skeletonized here. Ceramic detemp ball. Good Lord. Boys, we're going to... Okay, yeah, you proved it to me. You got enough juice on it. Yeah, this is squared off here. Yeah, captured pivot for sure. And we got a few little, drebs from the manufacturing process in here. So, and I just threw this on the deal, and you get off too. And then we got ceramic. We do have ceramic bearings. I mean, you can get that for under 40 bucks. You're in good shape. Oh, I didn't get a zipper pouch. Okay, just giving everybody a hard time. And pushes right through just like a champ. And yeah, it's squared off. Yeah, and that'll set up that logo to be squared up and stuff, but skeletonized, backspacer. That's it, folks. Oh, here it comes. Ooh, she drops even better now. But, okay. The B03, right? PF, I wrote. And then, of course, it was on the end of the box. Never learned. B03, PFB03. Yeah, You can get it in gray with this black. You get it in black G10 with this black. You can get it in white with this black with a black blade, okay? And then, of course, you got black hardware anyhow, right? So, I mean, you got options on it. Definitely not very expensive. Petrified Fish, and I've seen 2 more new models they're already out with, so God willing, I'll get them in my hands here pretty soon and go forward. I'm going to turn into the PF channel, right? But we do. We love them knives. So you guys, stay sharp.